Being a good steward is to understand that God is creator and owner of everything. However, He has empowered us as managers of the blessings He gives us. He has entrusted us with time, abilities, and resources. Stay tuned to this edition of Church in Action as you learn how the Central Jamaica Conference of Seventh-day Adventists utilizes these resources to keep the wheel of opportunity turning in the lives of those in need. The Welfare, Health, Education, Empowerment, and Local Community Program was born out of the vision for helping others by Mr. Michael Spence.
The idea of WHEEL came about based on my experience as a cop working the streets of Jamaica and seeing the abject poverty among our people, and having looked at what was happening in our church and recognizing that the very same thing was in our church. But what made it so indelibly on my mind was the fact that I went to the prison one day to escort some inmates, and I had a discussion with an inmate who was given privilege of becoming an orderly. And I asked him as to why he was in the prison, and he said to me, "Sir, I love police, you know. But I was brought here because I had to murder one." And I said, "But what happened?" And he said to me, "You know, my children were suffering. I couldn't find food for them to eat. And so I went 1 week to rob one of the trucks that carried liquor and drinks. And I saw the police officer for the first week. And I said, boy, I can't do this because the man had a family. I left and I went back the second week to rob the truck. The policeman was there again. And the third week I went back, the same thing happened. So on the fourth time I recognized my children were suffering and boy, we needed the food. So I got him out of the way and robbed the truck. So he was incarcerated. And that really left an impression on my mind. And then when as I said, you know, interacting with church people, from the time I was Federation President and so on, and recognized that people are having so many difficulties, especially young people, I started to talk to the Lord about a plan that I could use to help our church. And the idea came for me to, you know, look at this concept of wheel, which is using our numbers to our advantage so that everybody could participate in this. And by that I mean, we have over 100,000 members, and if we give a small amount, we will be able to honor most, if not all, of the needs that our members, some of our members would have had. And so I, you know, spoke with the administrators about the idea. They invited me to come and share it with them.
After sharing the vision with the Central Jamaica Conference of Seventh-day Adventists, they worked hard to make it a reality.
The concept had all the components in there, but it was not structured as wheel. It was not until I had a meeting with Pastor Johnson, Pastor Ron Henry, and Billy Watson that we were able to put the letters to form the acronym WHEEL. We have since made two changes. One of the letters, E, was for evangelism, and the L was for local church. But those two letters were changed in consultation with other experts that we should use empowerment and the local community, which would involve the church. So that is how WHEEL came about.
Today, WHEEL is registered with the government as a company. And as a result, we have a board of directors in place, the president of the conference, the executive secretary, the treasurer, as well as one of our director, Charles Bulgin. These are members of the board of directors, among other persons who are part of it. So it's not owned or operated by any one individual. The church embraces it. The church puts a system in place. In addition to that, we have a management committee, which is chaired by Brother Spence. The same person would have shared this concept with us. And there are a number of persons from the respective parishes, Manchester, PDAC, President Clarendon and St. Catherine, along with other persons who are part of this management committee. So WHEEL is not, when you contribute to WHEEL, you're not giving your fund into an entity where it has loopholes. It's going to a system that helps to change the lives of men and women.
Since its inception in 2015, we were able to raise over $82 million to assist with the various needs of our people. Thank you for your faithful giving and your faithful contribution.
And through these contributions, we have been able to help a substantial amount of our members and non-members. Today, they testify of God's goodness to them through the WHEEL initiative.
I am being ups and down places, living in the Fowl Cub, uncomfortable, cold. I asked Brother Dennis for some help, and that's where they give me assistance. And that's where I get this house behind me, and I am very thankful for it.
Building was completed last Sunday, and now we are at phase 2 of the project, building a kitchen and a bathroom facility for the family member that they can fully enjoy the comfort of what a good home is like.
Now I am getting a help. I see somewhere that hope is out there for us.
Late last year, about this time, I came down with a spinal injury where I was diagnosed to having herniated disc in the C-spine. I was almost paralyzed, and receiving the instruction from the doctor that my surgery would cost me $5 million, I did not know how I would finance this surgery. But I reached out to members of the Central Jamaica Conference through the WHEEL program, and I must say, to God be the glory, this ministry has once again heeded me in such a way that I was able to get a surgery done to which I could not finance.
Because I've gotten that WHEEL grant, that's how I was able to start Northern Caribbean University. So I just want to say again, thank you so much for WHEEL. You've really, truly done a lot for me.
I was in the transportation business, and after losing one of my cars to theft, I was kind of down, and COVID came in, and I had to find other ways of making ends meet for my family. I started carpentry, and I needed some help. I learned of WHEEL, a program run by our church, and I was encouraged to do an application so I could attain this piece of equipment to better my business at home, so I could make ends meet to take care of the family. So far, things has been better. I've been able to cut more efficiently, more precisely using this miter saw.
Along with these contributions, a substantial amount of assistance is given to persons with welfare needs.
Each month, as part of the distribution from WHEEL, money is given towards purchasing items for the food pantry at the Central Jamaica Conference. So every single Wednesday, the food pantry is open from 9 to 2, and persons within the 3 parishes can get assistance. They get a food package that will give them meal for at least 3 days. There are times when they'll get up to 5 days food. And that is something that they can look forward to every single month. However, the contribution is limited. So because of that, we are now at a thing where we are looking at assisting persons with more than every month to maybe every other month, because the demands are great and the resources are limited.
Here are a few facts about the WHEEL Fund. You do not have to be a member of the church to contribute or benefit from the Wheel Fund. 15% of all Wheel contributions remain within the local church. The 85% that is sent to the conference is not used by the conference. Funds collected from the Wheel program are made available to the Parish Development Action Committee (PDAC) for disbursement within the 3 parishes of the Central Jamaica Conference.
We get applications from persons from the church and a few from the community for persons who are in dire need, whether it is for health related. There are times when persons need to do a surgery and they don't have enough money to cover the costs for even the test. And when they come through the PDAC, they can be assured that within a day or 2 days, they can get the assistance that they need to do their surgery or their test. We also assist persons with school expenses. There are times when persons need to do exams and they have not yet paid their tuition fee. And so in order to enable them to do so, they can come through the PDAC and get assistance from the Wheel Fund that is given to us on a monthly basis.
Applying to the Wheel Fund is a very simple process. The only requirement is to prove your situation. Over the years, the conference and the local churches have attempted to meet the many requests for welfare, health, and education. But the truth is, the covenant offering alone is not enough to offset these many expenses. That is why the conference is asking, outside of the covenant and tithe, that you make a small but consistent contribution to the Wheel Fund, and this will go a far way in helping those in need. Here's how you can give.
The online platform is the same as your tithe envelope, so all the items you would see there are also available online. The first step is to add your church. This is followed by the addition of different items. So click the Add Items to Envelope button to move to the next step. Choose your currency and select Start Adding. When adding an item, you must select the item and then enter the amount you wish to pay. Then select Add before proceeding to add other items. In case you make a mistake, click the red X and re-enter the amount. This example shows the addition of tithes, offering, and gifts to an envelope following the 10-5-1 principle. Once you are through, your total will appear at the bottom. If satisfied, click the Give Now button to move to the next step. Complete your payment information and then confirm payment. If your payment is successful, you will be shown a receipt which will also be sent to your email.
Partner with us and let us keep the wheel of opportunity turning in the lives of others.
This year, the Wheel's goal is to achieve $100 million in donation so that we can help all of our brothers and sisters who apply for assistance. This is how you can partner with us. $20 per day. Just join our 20 for 22 campaign where you set aside $20 each day, and at the end of the month, you hand that over for the Wheels program. Together, we can transform lives and impact communities.
No amount is insignificant. The needs are great. It's your giving that makes the wheel of opportunity turn in the lives of those in need.
Think about the homeless person who is on the street, need a bed, needs somewhere to lay his or her head, and you want to help that person, but you don't know them. That's why we have Wheel, for you to channel your resources through this system that we have here at Central Jamaica Conference, so that we can continue to touch the lives of individuals, whether it be in the educational system, in the community, whatever area it falls on the Wheel. We solicit your participation as you join and partner with us. We solicit your contribution as we seek to change the lives of men and women in our conference and Jamaica land we love.
Those members who have benefited from the fund, that you have a responsibility as well to help others. God would have blessed you so that you can now bless others.
So I appeal to you, put God first. Give it with a willing heart. Make a contribution. Partner with Wheel in transforming lives and impacting communities.